What's up, guys? This is Nathan, ThatAlbumReviewerGuy, and today I'm going to be doing another throwback review, and I'm going to talk about an album that turned 10 today, as we look at Biffy Clyro's 2009 album, Only Revolutions. This is the 5th studio album from the Scottish alternative rock band, and it was released on November 9th, 2009. I was 13 when this album came out, and while I had heard the name Biffy Clyro once or twice during my high school years, I didn't really get into them until a couple years ago, and that mostly came from discovery since Biffy Clyro aren't as big in the United States as they are over in Europe. This particular album didn't even chart here in the States. As a matter of fact, I don't think it was even released over here physically. My CD copy is an import, and it was listed for around $23, I believe. One of my friends got it for me as a gift a while back, so I'm not too sure. However, this album went 2 times platinum in their native United Kingdom, and it also appeared on the Irish, Scottish, Swiss, and UK album charts. The album also received plenty of positive reviews from the critics. What do I think of the album though? Well, let's get into that with my usual track-by-track format when it comes to throwback reviews. The album opens with The Captain. The song is a cool, almost pirate-like and kind of yacht rock vibe with its light guitar riff and smooth drumming. Plus the horn sections in this song add a lot, as well as the sing-along chorus and ending chant. I love the energy that this song gives off, and it does a perfect job at setting the tone for the rest of the album. That golden rule opens with a kicking and grooving guitar, which is present throughout the track, and once again the energy is apparent here. Simon Neil's vocals are on point from his harsher delivery during the verses to his more melodic vocal stylings in the chorus. Ben Johnston's drumming is also fantastic on this song, especially during the last minute and a half or so when the instrumentals are the sole focus of the song. There are also some violins that kick in during this portion of the track, and it all just blends together wonderfully.
I create all the bubbles at night. I'm chasing around and trying to pop them all the time.
If I were to make a list of my favorite songs to just move along with, Bubbles would be near the top. This song is just so light and bouncy in its instrumentation, and the vocals accompany that flawlessly. The riff on this track is just so catchy and everything feels so full of life, and this is another song that has a rather long outro, which is a common occurrence on this album by the way, but I love it. It feels appropriate, and there's a great build-up of the instrumentation, and the band knows how to bring the song to a worthwhile conclusion.
Well, I look up to God, but I see trouble, 'cause this ain't a miracle.
We get a little softer with God and Satan, which is an acoustic song. I thoroughly enjoy the lyrics of this song, as well as the backing vocals. I think they really shine here. Not to mention this track has a great build to it. It may be a softer song, but it sure isn't lacking in energy.
You can't have it all. You're stuck in the middle. Raising one and all. I was born on a horse, that's all.
Born on a Horse may be the weakest song on the album, all things considered, but I still really like it. It has a nice grooving bass line courtesy of James Johnston, some rather interesting lyrics, and again a good build to the end. It's still a song worth checking out.
I am a mountain. I am the sea. You can't take that away from me.
Mountains is without a doubt one of my favorite Biffy Clyro songs, period. Simon's vocals are just perfect on this track, and the harmonies are absolutely glorious. The instrumentation on this track is great too, whether it be the bass, the guitar, the drums, or the piano. Everything just blends together so well, and it makes for an extremely strong track.
Well, you talk like you're trying to shock me. I don't even know what the fuck we're still arguing about.
I'm sorry if I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but Shock Shock is just another great example of many things I've already mentioned. Simon once again delivers a great vocal performance, there's solid backing vocals, this song has a very catchy chorus, and there's a good build to this track. Another great cut on the album.
When we collide, we come together. If we don't, we'll always be apart.
Here we go. You know, a couple years ago when I was really delving into Biffy Clyro's catalog, I truly think the song that made me a full-fledged fan was Many of Horror. Guys, this song is absolutely beautiful. Just listen to the heart-wrenching lyrics and match that with the way Simon delivers them, then layer that with the building instrumentation from the band, the sing-along backing vocals, and of course the orchestral section, and this song fills out its 4-minute and 19-second runtime wonderfully. No matter how many times I hear this song, it always manages to hit me hard, so to speak, and maybe even bring a little tear to my eye.
I can't surprise you, girl. Truth is emotion. You cover it well.
And we get right back into the energetic side of things with Boom, Blast, and Ruin. This is another song with an infectious rhythm, and it's another one that I just love to groove along with. The drums catch me in the beginning, and everything else just keeps me engaged throughout the rest of the track's run. Plus, it has a great rocking outro, so it's a banger altogether.
This combination will make its way right. Congratulations on marrying this crime.
Speaking of bangers, Cloud of Stink is another great one. Fantastic build in the drum-filled intro and just so much energy in the vocals, both front and backing, as well as the instrumentation. This song isn't that long, it's actually the second shortest on the album, right behind Born on a Horse, but it's jam-packed with energy and passion, and it's very enjoyable and fun overall.
Because tonight we raise the sun and we shine it over everyone. If we want a gradual hush, our lips should kiss each other so.
Know Your Quarry is another song that puts the orchestral section to good use. There's a lot of good piano and string work on here, and again it accompanies the band so well. This song's not too heavy on the use of electric guitar. It's there, but it doesn't overpower the orchestra, and of course the vocals are still flawless. Another all-around great song that knows where it wants its main focus to be.
Pleasures is dynamite. We're only making noises.
And we close the album with Horses, which is another great representation of this album's strengths. It has a tremendous amount of build to it, there's a lot of energy in the vocals and instruments, the chorus is catchy and makes you want to sing along, and it gives everyone a chance to shine. It's a great way to close a fantastic album. So now for the question I'm sure you're all asking. Does Only Revolutions hold up? Well, I think I've made it obvious how I feel about this album. I love it to death. As a matter of fact, Only Revolutions is one of my favorite albums of all time. It's a perfect representation of what Biffy Clyro had to offer as a band. They have so much talent, energy, and more importantly, they have passion. They pour their hearts and souls into their music, and this album is just pouring love and emotion. To Biffy Clyro, it seems like making music is a labor of love, and that's what makes this album so great. Not to mention the orchestra they brought in is also fantastic, and they managed to give everyone who worked on this album time to shine. Everything and everyone involved works together so well, and that's why overall I give Only Revolutions a perfect 10 out of 10. Guys, if you're not familiar with this album or Biffy Clyro in general, do yourselves a favor and check them out. They're not a band you want to overlook. Thank you guys so much for watching this throwback album review. If there are any other throwback reviews you would like to see, please let me know. You can follow me on my social media links in the description, and check out some more videos in the gimmick on screen. I'll see you all next time.
You can't take that away from me.